Every year, gaming history is made at E3. And this year, expect more of the same. Bigger launches, shocking announcements, and an unprecedented look into the future of gaming. This year, E3 is invitation only. We got ours and are set to reveal the closed-door secrets, lifting the velvet rope to give you the complete access you can't find anywhere else. Last year was the console war. 07 is the fallout. And there's only one network embedded to bring it to you all live. E3 07 is ready for launch, only here on G4.
Stuff, people. I'm Kevin Pereira, and I'm joined live by Miss Olivia Munn and Miss Morgan Webb.
That's right. Today's Preview show kicks off the biggest week in gaming, and we are the exclusive broadcast sponsor, bringing it all to you guys.
Now, E3 officially starts tomorrow, but today we're looking at the biggest gaming announcements and demos you can expect to hear about all week.
Yeah, now some of the places we can expect to actually hear tons of news are the pre-E3 media events.
That's right. Now, traditionally, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo have all staged their own announcements off-site, and this year, it's no different. Here is the first of our on-location reports from Jeff Keighley and Adam Sessler.
Adam and Jeff are actually standing by right now. Guys, how you doing out there?
We're doing all right. We're out here in Santa Monica, and even though it's July in LA, it's actually kind of chilly.
It is, but it's going to warm up a little bit later with a lot of excitement because this is the site of the Microsoft Xbox 360 briefing. Right behind us, G4 is the only network inside here giving you an exclusive look at the stage. There's a pool behind us, believe it or not, right?
Yeah, we were at Santa Monica High School in their Greek theater. They have a pool in the Greek theater. I don't know. This is a public high school. I don't know how this happened. It's very, very impressive. Also, Morgan, you'll appreciate this. The set has been dressed with large spheres on the ground. I think Peter Moore watches X-Play.
Inspired by X-Play. Now, obviously, the big question is, what are they going to show tonight? Well, it looks like we've got a rock band setup of some form down there. There are instruments, so we're going to see a musical performance live here on G4, I guess. And also, big question is, what are we going to see from Halo 3? Are we finally going to see the single-player campaign unveiled? What do you think, Adam?
I think there's a very good chance we'll see that. I think the other thing is, okay, we have an idea what we might see for this year, but what about those games we're going to be playing next year? I want to start getting excited about next year because, March has been boring this year. I don't want March to be boring next year.
And we got to wonder what Peter Moore's tattoo is going to be this year. We saw him with the Halo 2 date in 2004. He had the Grand Theft Auto tattoo in 2006. Is there a new tattoo for 07?
I assume so, and I think that by 2010, when you put them all together, it's a treasure map, and we can find something special. I'll tell you more about that.
You'll see it all live right here on G4 coming up at 11, but right now, back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks, Jeff and Adam. We will hear more from the Microsoft pre-E3 media event later on in the show, but now we're about to strap on some parachutes as Kevin Pereira gets some hands-on time with Medal of Honor Airborne.
Thanks, Olivia. Taking the plunge with me today is Patrick Gilmore from Electronic Arts. Patrick, thank you for joining us here.
My pleasure.
All right, I got to start off with, I think there's been 3,000 or 4,000 World War II games. And I know you get this question a lot, but other franchises have sort of updated and gone modern. Tell me, why is Medal of Honor still sticking with World War II? Are there still stories to be told in this genre?
Well, we asked ourselves that question when we first started the game because it wasn't about going modern or going World War II. It was about innovating in the game. When we began this game, it was about breaking the World War II formula, getting out of that kind of linear, hit a trigger, Disneyland dark ride sort of sense and doing something completely different. And it really turned out that World War II was the space that offered us the biggest opportunity to drive those innovations.
Now, how do you eliminate those triggers? How do you give somebody a battle that they can drop into without it being like a Battlefield kind of game where it feels like just open-ended madness and you can just sort of play? It's very sandboxy.
When we started this game, when we pitched the idea of jumping out of an airplane and dropping anywhere, the technical director just kind of said, "Well, yeah, good luck with that." Because it wasn't just the triggers, it wasn't just kind of the linear structure of these games. It was the fact that the way people had played them, or the way people had created them for the past 10 years, had been the same. And so we were asking people to sort of reject 10 years of entrenched design dogma in order to design something completely different.
And we just what's being played on the screen right now. This is actually all real time, being played by someone off camera. This is an exclusive. This is the Flak Tower demo.
This is the Flak Tower. This is the final level of the game. These things actually existed, believe it or not. Hey, John, if you can look up and just show us. So there's about these things are virtually indestructible. There's about 5 still standing in the world. We were looking for something for the. Oh, nice job, John. We were looking for something. We were looking for something at the end of the game that was kind of the nemesis of anything airborne.
Sure. So wait. So John just got capped, and now he can choose to respawn up back in the plane.
Yeah, you respawn in the plane.
So jumping is an integral part of this game. It's not just it's not just an adjective in the title.
It's not necessarily bad to die, because if you get stuck in an area, you can always drop someplace completely new. So John's now dropping. You can drop on that outer ring. You can drop, like he's going for the scaffolding here, and he's going to take it out. There's 20 or 30 entrances.
He botched the landing, which is great. So now he's going to hobble throughout the level. Or, I mean, is there? I know there's different types of landing. It's not just like a pilot wings. You either get it or you don't.
Right.
When you actually land, is there a benefit to doing the landing properly, other than not seeing your hands?
Absolutely. You know that if you flare and land well, then you'll unclip really quickly, and you'll be in combat that much sooner. You can also grease the landing, which means you're in combat within about a quarter to a half of a second. If you botch, it's going to take you a couple seconds, and you'll do what John did right there.
Which is lose the job after the interview's over, because he's died twice now, John. Good job. No pressure or anything, buddy. There's a lot riding on this. Now, when you say you drop into the missions, what are the missions exactly? What are we doing in this game? I see green smoke everywhere. Are there multiple missions per map, and you just take them out in any order you want?
Yeah, so we don't really call them, we call them operations, because you're participating in the largest operations in World War II history, the airborne operations, whether it's Market Garden or Husky or Avalanche or Neptune or Operation Varsity. And the way that specific missions break down, they're things that you encounter through the course of the game. It's completely non-linear. Even a really vertical level like the Flak Tower here, you can approach from any angle. You can enter the Flak Tower from the roof, from the AA ring, from the ground, from any of the doors outside.
And we're almost out of time, and I know there's multiplayer. There's so much to talk, and it's coming out on a bunch of platforms, but I really quickly want to talk about the upgrades that you earn in combat. You get like merit awards. How does that work?
Yeah, part of the game is about player freedom and rewarding the style of play that each, some people like to run and gun, some people like to snipe, some people like to rally with their squad and move the battle line forward. And basically different weapons are kind of suit each one of those different purposes. So we wanted to reward the way players played and reward them for refining a particular play style. So John's got the sniper rifle here, and the better he gets, the more enemies he takes out with the sniper rifle, the better that rifle's going to get. You get scope upgrades, you get
And I love that it happens
bullets.
in real time, which I think is great. You're never broken from the game. It sort of slows down. You get an invulnerability, a matrix effect. I mean,
yeah, exactly. He's actually very close to an upgrade right now, so probably the next 1 or 2 enemies he takes out.
He's probably going to die.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is. Hey, well done. Guy gets an award. That's great. It looks fantastic. I was really surprised and blown away, and I can't thank you enough for showing it off.
Thank you very much.
Patrick, appreciate your time. All right, folks, Medal of Honor Airborne, it hits store shelves for the 360 and the PC on August 28th, and for November for the PlayStation 3, you even get a little 6-axis with the parachute dropping, which is always good. Right now, we're going over to Morgan Webb.
Thanks, Kevin. That looks amazing. Now, to those of us who've been to E3s in the past, this one may seem a bit more low-key, more laid back, and a little lacking in the party department. But the reality is this stripped-down affair is still what E3's always been, all about the games. E3 is nothing less than the most important 3 days in the video game calendar. The few moments when every major player in the industry converges on Southern California to create a fleeting epicenter of gaming. The PlayStation, the N64, Half-Life, and the Unreal Engine, for 11 years, E3 has been host to some of the biggest announcements in video game history. But in later years, the Expo's emphasis appeared to shift from the software to the spectacle. Recent E3s have been a hedonistic celebration of all things gaming, replete with all the flashing lights, swag, and buxom experts companies could muster to capture our attention. This year, everything changes. The booth babes, the stage shows, the distractions, everything inessential has been stripped away to expose the beating inner heart of E3, the games. This year's Expo has relocated to Santa Monica and has trimmed away all the fat, leaving only lean gaming goodness. While the trademark show floor remains at Barker Hangar, much of the real action will be taking place behind the closed doors of private hotel suites, where we will get an unprecedented inside look at this year's most exciting games. Last year, we witnessed a revolution in hardware with the launch of 2 systems that have made an indelible impression on the industry with their advances in technology and ingenuity. Both were up against a flashy white juggernaut with a full year of quality games underneath its belt. But where last year was all about hardware, this promises to be a landmark year for software. Halo 3, Metroid, Heavenly Sword, GTA 4. A host of the most anticipated games in recent memory will be at this year's E3. With the next generation of systems launched and software ready to go, this year will decide who wins and loses the console war. And E3 will give us the first look at the results. The stakes are high, and it has never been harder to get into E3. Only G4 can get you into the Kremlin of gaming this year. So get ready for an all-access, no-holds-barred look at E3 2007 as we bring you face-to-face with the explosive new games, hands-on demos, and exclusive trailers that you can't see anywhere else.
Now, a lot of people were disappointed that E3 is going to be more low-key this year, but by focusing on the business instead of the spectacle, we're actually probably going to be able to get a little bit more info out of the event.
That's right, it's true. And we also won't have to push our way through sweaty photographers to get our hands on a game demo. That was really difficult last year.
Now we should hear from you in the army of monitor heads with our video viewer mail.
That's right. Here is Lauren from Pennsylvania.
Back of the show, this is Lauren. Is there any way for gamers like me to try to sneak into E3 now that it's invite only?
You know, I'm sorry, this year it's just not going to happen. You know, the other thing is all of the badges that we get, in the past they just had your name on it, so you know you could walk in with my name and they wouldn't necessarily know.
And in the past, they were, they said, oh, it's really hard to get in, but all you really had to do was fill out a form and you could get some kind of badge.
Exactly. This year you have to go, you have to get your picture taken, so your picture's on the badge. And I have a feeling security is going to be a lot tighter this year. You're not going to be able to just kind of waltz in and go.
It's true. Well, even, we are the official broadcast sponsor of E3, and we have a limited supply of people we can actually get in, so we can't even help you with any badges, so sorry, no sneaking in. Just sit at home and watch us.
We do all the hard work, actually. They can just sit at home, eat some Cheez-Its, and have a good time.
Cheez-Its.
They're good.
All right, you guys, we are going to be here for quite a while, and we want to hear what you guys think about the show, E3, or anything else video game related.
So let's go on over to Kevin Pereira and Joel Gordine, who will run down all the different ways that you can be heard.
Thanks, Morgan and Olivia. E3 is closed to the public, but we'll keep you in the mix by going interactive. There are lots of ways you can stay involved with all the E3 hype and let your voice be heard. First, you can log on to g4tv.com/E3 to chat live with fellow viewers and fanboys for the inside track on E3. If you're lucky and witty, you might see your chat live on the show.
You might. Now, if chat doesn't get you going, you can send your smart, challenging video viewer mail questions online for us to answer during this show. Just submit your questions about Nintendo and Microsoft, then later on in the show, we'll answer them for you.
So, if you're looking for your 5 seconds of question-asking fame, sign on to our Stick Cam page, click on our live cam video, and submit your questions to our moderator, AOTS. And we'll answer your E3 questions live.
It's that easy. But now, let's say you're too shy or too broke to have an actual webcam.
Which
I'm a
might
mixture
happen.
of both,
It could,
sadly.
you are.
I fear
It's true.
the lens. But you shouldn't have any fear. There are actually more ways that you can be involved with this show. We'd like to present the Buzz Meter.
The Buzz Meter.
It should have its own theme song. Oh, that was close. This wonder of science lets you vote online for the game that you think is getting the most people excited. We'll check back throughout the show to find out which game got people squirreling away their paychecks already. Will it be Medal of Honor Airborne, Spore, Left 4 Dead, or Guitar Hero 3? It's all up to you. What say you, Gordine?
I could never, ever choose.
But you're going to right now for the kids at home. Which one?
Ah, God, Guitar Hero.
Wow.
It was passionate. It was
easier
passionate.
than you thought, and you ruined the furniture.
Wow, stern. And because we really care about your opinion, it is time for the poll question: who will reign supreme at E3? Microsoft, Nintendo, or Sony? Ooh. Vote at our website g4tv.com/E3 or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register. It's your civic duty to vote. So log on now, soldier. Let your voice be heard.
Wow. Are you like P. Diddy? If they don't vote, you're going to kill them?
Most likely.
They will die?
Absolutely.
You do not want an angry Joel staring down your neck, by
the
way. Yeah, because he'll actually rip off your head and stare down.
I have jailbird stripes.
Right now, though, it's time for the only news you need to know. So here's Layla Cayley and the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, we are live and looking into a beautiful crystal ball today, previewing E3 and predicting where gaming is headed. Apparently, it's not the Alamo basement. Time now for a game preview. Let's go over to Kevin for a hands-on presented by Scion.
Thanks, Mon. All right, let's face it, guys. If you find yourself alone after the whole apocalypse happens, you'll probably, well, you'd just be another entree on the zombie buffet. But fortunately, today we have the founder of Turtle Rock Studios, Michael Booth, here to help pass the ammo and give us an inside look at Left 4 Dead. Michael, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, man. Thanks for
Appreciate
having me.
it. So now we're playing the game live off screen right now. This is all real time, running on the Source engine.
That's right.
Give me the elevator pitch. What is this game about? I was told zombies, blood, mayhem, viruses. Is that at all correct?
Right. So imagine, if you will, you and I are the only guys left in the whole LA area that aren't infected by this crazy virus that, when it infects people, turns them basically into ravening, psychotic zombies hell-bent on beating you to stop moving.
So they sound like regular citizens of LA so far. but there's more to it.
Right. Right. Well, the basic premise is that you are so totally outnumbered that you've got to cooperate. In Left 4 Dead, that's what we're really pushing on, is extreme cooperation.
Well, I see extreme bloodshed here. What's going on? This looks like a Homeland Security raid because I said the wrong word on a phone call. Like, what is going on in this mission that we're seeing these guys just tear through this apartment or this house here, and zombies are flooding in?
Right. Well, again, with the explicit cooperation, there's 4 survivors, right? So we wanted you to be completely outnumbered to the point that you cannot go off and run off by yourself.
There's no Rambos here. You've got to fight as a team or you will get swarmed and killed.
That's right, because there are a lot of, there are games, like even when they talk about cooperative games, you know, it's more you're in the same server playing together. We wanted to really push on things where you have to work together and cooperate to survive.
And so there's 4 human players controlling the survivors here that are trying to get from A to B, and then there's also 4 human players controlling the infested zombies as well, correct?
Correct. Right. You can play either on the survivor side or on the infected side. On the survivor side, it's very accessible. Jump in, grab a gun, stay with your buddies, kill the zombies, right?
Sure.
On the infected side, there are different, there's the giant swarm of common infected, right? There are also these specialized boss infected that have.
And that's what you control.
Yes, you control them. And they each have a unique mutation. Like, for instance, it's so important for the survivors to stay together and watch each other's back because they're completely surrounded, right?
I can't believe what I'm saying. Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue.
So you can see that you've got to trust each other to watch your back and whatnot. You can't possibly do it all yourself. The smoker has a 50-yard long prehensile tongue. So he's going to reach out, grab a guy, pull him completely across the street or into someplace bad. So if you got a team that's really working tight, that smoker can ruin your day.
Wow, that's not, and now, okay, so we've got all that going on, but how do you keep the pacing up? Because so far this seems incredibly intense. There's tons of zombies flooding around the corner. Is it just a constant barrage, or is there a constant onslaught, or is it done with triggers? How does it work?
Right. Well, early on we did actually experiment with triggers, but what we decided to do is do the full enchilada, which we call the AI director. And that's taking our AI systems to the next level, beyond what we did, say, with the Counter-Strike, bots. Mm-hmm. So we have an AI director who's watching the individual survivors, how they're reacting. As their stress level goes up, it keeps managing the experience, so you don't get too stressed and you don't get too bored.
It gives you a moment to relax, and then the moment the game is figured out that you're not going to die from a massive coronary, it floods you with zombies to make sure that you keel over in the chair.
Right. The thing with drama is you want to have peaks and valleys, right? And it ensures that you get exciting peaks and valleys.
I can't. Like, this is my first real time seeing it in action like this, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Coming out for PC and for Xbox 360?
That's right, on both retail and Steam.
Very cool. Now, how can I trust your company to develop using, because you said this is on Steam, it's running on Source Engine, Valve technology. Right. Is there a bit of a track record there?
Yeah, we've been working with Valve now. We're on our 5th year, and Valve has been really awesome. Very, oh, sorry, by the way, what we're seeing right now, we're seeing through the guy's eyes. He's on the ground, incapacitated.
Oh, so now, but he can still fire while waiting for his buddies to come and bring him back?
Unless his buddies pick him up, he's done.
Right, and so far it looks like he's pretty much done.
He's pretty much done. So
and
anyway.
Which zombie is this? I'm sorry, we're running out of time, but I've got it. And that guy is just going to wreak havoc.
Yes, that is controlled by a player right now, as a matter of fact.
Get him! He's on the ground! Smatter him! Come on, interview's over. Kill that guy! I love it. Well, hey, I know, again, your track record is pristine, and the game looks incredibly fun, and that's the most important part. And I thank you for coming on to show it off.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Really appreciate it. Can I get some time with it after as well?
You bet.
Awesome, Michael. Thank you. We have more on Left 4 Dead over the next few days. Don't forget, though, if this is the game that has your heart racing, and I bet it is, be sure to head over to the buzz meter at g4tv.com/E3 and let us know. We're going to check in at the end of the show. And just because E3 is on the horizon doesn't mean that the news stops right now. In fact, it's time for the only news you need to know, and here it is in the feed.
Thanks, Kevin. Now
Adam and Jeff, how are you guys holding up over there? You doing all right?
Well, I'm doing just fine. I'm starting to get my E3 tingle, actually.
We're getting excited. We're, almost just a little over an hour away from the start of the Microsoft press briefing, which is going to air exclusively on G4, an unprecedented event here. Peter Moore on stage. Lots of excitement.
Whole day, hopefully. of Microsoft.
Yeah, lots of excitement.
With all this new stuff coming out about Microsoft, Jeff and I have been reminiscing about, Microsoft media briefings in the past, going all the way back
7
to the
years,
first one.
right?
7 years. It's been around
of
for that
E3.
long.
Lots of memories, lots of tattoos, lots of things. It started back, though, in 2001. That was the first Microsoft E3 briefing when they announced the launch of the Xbox that holiday season. I remember, actually, what was so funny about that is Robbie Bach, who was head of Xbox at the time, he tried to turn on the power for the Xbox Live on stage, the big unveiling. He hit the power button. It didn't turn on.
Yeah, that's a really
embarrassing.
unauspicious moment if you're trying to launch a console. And the whole world back then, remember, was very skeptical of what Microsoft was doing.
Absolutely. And I mean, you remember the CES before. They had some demos of a couple of games.
One of them was
Odyssey.
good, Munch's Odyssey. Another one was Malice. That game didn't finally come out until 2004, and boy, did it suck.
And Argonaut.
It was
good
really bad. Now, obviously, the following year in 2002 is when they finally started talking about Xbox Live. And
what people forget is that the original year when Halo came out wasn't available online. Xbox Live didn't come out until 2002. They showed it at E3, shipped that fall. It was 1 year anniversary of the Xbox launch. But now it's it's part and parcel of the Xbox experience.
I don't think that we appreciated what they were introducing back then. It has now become probably the most essential element to the Xbox. They put them so far ahead of the game from Sony and Nintendo, and I think it's really put them at the forefront with games like Gears of War.
Absolutely.
Now, the following year, 2003, that was a less auspicious year, I would say, for them with their media briefing. It was in a very large barn that I just...
Not quite a barn. I didn't see any hay there.
I know, but there should have been hay. It needed some hay. Nothing happened until they finally showed the famous Halo 3 single-player playthrough of a part of the... I'm sorry, Halo 2, and that part of the game never ended up in
exactly.
Halo
Throwing
2.
grenades, the lighting looked a lot great. There was that one moment of boarding that everyone got really excited about, where jumped on, the crowd went wild. Now let's talk about 2004 because that was the year Halo got delayed. 2004 they came back, they showed multiplayer in Zanzibar in 2004. Got people really hyped about that, which was exciting. The other big announcement that year, one of the most memorable E3 experiences to me was seeing Muhammad Ali on stage at the Xbox press briefing as part of Electronic Arts announcing they were finally coming to Xbox Live. EA and Microsoft had disagreement about the business terms for Xbox Live for the first couple of years, but in 2004, they announced EA was on Xbox
I remember
Live.
you and I were both at a press conference, and both of us wanted to get the answer to the question, how much money was paid to get EA to get in bed with Microsoft? Well, regardless, we never found out, but it did work out
Bill
for both
Gates
of
had
them.
a lot of money, and they spent a lot of money in 2005, which is the most legendary Microsoft press conference, probably the worst E3 press conference I've ever been to. This was after the MTV unveiling of the Xbox 360. They had this press conference.
So over-rehearsed, overproduced. They
casted
had
audience
there going like this for the Xbox. It was more like us going, no, stop showing this to us.
And Jay Allard with his Velocity Girl, Jay Allard with his hoodie, Peter Moore talking about the zen of gaming, all that kind of stuff. But obviously, the big question was, what exclusives were they going to have to show off? And 2006 was a big year.
Exactly.
The Halo 3 exclusive, Grand Theft Auto 4, that big announcement. That
I think was even bigger because we all knew the Gears of War was coming.
Exactly.
That really was a show-stopping announcement that really put them ahead, or at least equal now with Sony.
Right.
That, like one of the pillars to Sony's empire suddenly was shared between the two.
And now the big question is, what are we going to see here in 2007? The stage is being set behind us. Obviously we're going to hopefully hear more about Halo 3. Will there be new Gears of War news? What do you think, Adam?
I think we'll probably hear something about Gears of War.
Right.
I think we'll definitely hear something about Halo. I want to know if there's going to be another tattoo on Peter Moore. Because I like this idea that every year there's a new tattoo. So by 2010,
maybe Cliffy B will have the tattoo this year. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Or maybe Peter will have a Cliffy B tattoo on him.
I'd go for the Jade Raymond tattoo, but she may be
That's
on
a much
stage for
better
Assassin's
idea.
Creed. We'll have to see, but it's all coming up here live on G4, the Microsoft press conference, an unprecedented evening. Adam and I will be back here at 8 o'clock for the live pre-show.
Yes, share the tingle with us, and back to you.
Okay, I think they have an ointment for that tingle, Adam, but thank you anyways, guys. Gaming stories, as we know, they're going to come fast and very furious this week, and lucky for you, there's a very special someone who has set aside 60 seconds of her time to calm you down and inform.
Hey there, how are you doing? That's Kristen, and joining us now is X-Play's own Morgan Webb.
I made it. I got in a car.
It was like a Jack Bauer move. I've never seen anyone move across L.A. that fast.
And I changed even.
Look at that.
Amazing.
Impressive, Webb. Well, welcome to the Microsoft press briefing. Lots of excitement here,
This is very exciting, actually. Like, they've done a beautiful job with the stage. The pool of water is just, a classy touch that every set should have, I guess.
Yeah, every public school needs to have a pool in their amphitheater.
Kristen, actually, she was talking about,
everyone, the Microsoft having to sort of extend the warranty. Do you think they're going to mention that at all during the press
I think
conference?
they'll make a passing mention of it.
I don't know.
The fact that, I don't think they wanted to announce it last week, but I think they felt that they had to. But the issue for a lot of gamers right now, I'm going to ask Peter more about this because he's going to be on the show, exclusively tomorrow for an interview. They knowingly have a lot of Xbox 360s still in the channel right now that people will buy, and even if there is a warranty, do you want to be red ringed when you're playing Halo 3?
They've shown a lot of good faith, I think, by extending the warranty because there was a lot of growing ill will towards Microsoft, and I think that they did a really good PR move by saying, hey, you know what? You bought our system, you took a chance on us.
Right.
We'll take a
because
chance
a lot
on
of
you.
the suspicion they really had this problem with the original Xbox is because they're Microsoft, they're this completely malevolent corporate organization that just wants to hoodwink you and not even give you a console. I think it's always good PR for them to go ahead and make that
And
kind of a
hopefully
move.
there'll be a lot of other good PR tonight about some big announcements, I think, coming out of this conference. What are you expecting, Morgan? I mean, obviously Halo 3 is the big question mark.
I think Halo 3, I don't think that they could get through a press conference without mentioning Halo 3 about 5,000 times.
And save it until the end, I think. They'll save it right until the bitter end, I
Do you
bet.
think Microsoft's worried about Killzone 2?
I don't know. I mean, we're going to see Killzone. There's an event later for media. We're going to get a chance to look at it tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be something in the Sony briefing. Killzone 2 is not coming out till 2008, so I don't think it's really going to be an issue. But we're just hearing behind us 10 minutes until the Microsoft press briefing.
10 minutes.
That's coming up. What else do you think we're going to see? I mean, let's talk about some of the third-party games. I think we're probably going to see something of Call of Duty 4, Assassin's Creed.
We're definitely going to see Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
I mean, that was a beautiful get for Microsoft. It's going to be an amazing game. Everyone's very excited about that. They're going to be pushing the games because they don't have any new big hardware announcements that we can look forward to.
Also,
you don't think?
Grand Theft Auto 4. Yes, exactly. Though no more soon.
Although I'll tell you, down on stage, there are 4 pedestals. There are 3 Xbox 360 consoles. There's a blank pedestal down there. You probably can't see it, but down there, there's a blank pedestal. What could it be? There's rumors there might be a Halo 3 branded Xbox 360.
Sorry, that was a really bad joke for all you hardcore geeks out there. I think another game I'm very interested to see if they do show off is Grand Theft Auto 4. Obviously, this is going to be multi-platform, and they made such a big deal about it when they got to share it now with Sony, which they announced last year. But which of the two companies might be able to show a little bit of Grand Theft Auto 4 because they get to sort of attach their console
I'm skeptical we're going to see more.
A little bit more Grand Theft
There was just
Auto
a trailer a few weeks ago, so I'm a little skeptical there's going to be something more. But you never
We've
know.
gotten a lot of little teases about Grand Theft Auto
That's
4.
true.
I'd like to see something a little more substantial at this point.
It would be nice. So then again, after the Manhunt 2 debacle, I don't know if they even want to acknowledge that this game is out there right
And quickly, Morgan, what do you think Peter Moore's tattoo is tonight? Do you think he's got a tattoo?
Maybe Metal Gear.
That would be huge.
We'll
don't
see.
know.
Yeah, but Metal Gear is a Kojima or Snake that he's going to have, and where is he going to have it? All right.
Let's take a look at the poll question here.
All right, I think we have a poll question.
For you
I believe the question is, how many times have you had your Xbox 360 repaired? All right.
Good question. So you guys
obviously
can
there's
vote
once,
online, obviously.
twice, several times,
Or never.
or never. So
never.
it's a wide open variety that even if you don't own a 360, you can probably vote in that. So go cast that. We'll give you the results later.
Right, but coming up, we're less than 10 minutes away from the exclusive Microsoft E3 press briefing. We're giving it to you here on G4 and commercial free on G4TV.com. So make sure to check it out. We'll be right back after that with the briefing.
Excited.
It's coming up.
All right, welcome back to
We
Spotlight
are so
Microsoft.
Close
Minutes
to the beginning
away.
of the show. They keep saying 5 minutes. 4 minutes.
I know.
The auditorium is filled. I've seen so many game design. Alex Ward, the creator of Burnout's down there talking. We've got lots of big video game executives. The whole industry
very
is right
exciting.
here.
Now, one of the games that we haven't gotten a chance to talk about yet that really is, I think, exciting for all three of us is BioWare's Mass Effect.
It's going to be such an immense game.
Supposed to come out, it's supposed to be out right about now. They delayed it. I think it's coming out later this year.
Yeah, which is take their time, polish it. I bet we're going to see some beautiful footage from Mass
Yes, but
Effect.
there's so many games coming out in October, November, Morgan. It's like, are you going to have time to play Mass Effect when you're not playing Rock Band?
It's either
or
Mass
GTA
Effect or everything else.
But there's gonna be that drought then, and we're gonna have to go back, and we'll have time to play everything we want to
It's just
play.
such a shame because this is BioWare who's done Knights of the Old Republic, all these epic role-playing games, a lot more action focused. When I saw it at GDC, I was amazed. It actually has a lot of Gears of War style duck and cover action.
It's so complex, and it's a long game. But from what I understand from BioWare, you need to play it twice. So it's either going to be Mass Effect or nothing else.
I think we'll have millions of voices, and so you're hopefully it'll immerse you in the story a little bit more. I hate that feeling of the stilted voice acting, which just will kill any good game.
Now, lots of great stuff. Now, that's the big game, Mass Effect. Hopefully, we'll hear something about that coming out later this year.
I can't imagine we won't hear about Mass Effect.
I don't. We'll see.
Well,
Halo 3 is the other big one, of course, and everyone wants to know. Now, we talked about a little earlier about what we might expect. Single-player campaign. Do you think we're going to find out anything about the story? Because there's a lot of questions about, is Cortana trapped by the grave mind? And,
I played Halo 2 and I still didn't learn anything about the story.
Yeah, that's
it's
very
convoluted.
Yes, maybe they'll explain Halo 2. That would be nice.
That would be awesome. Can they do that? Where does the plant come in?
Because they're so secretive, and it's like, is the arbiter?
I think they're going to stay that way. I think they might give us that one little nugget that won't make any sense, and we're going to debate for hours.
Let me ask you guys: do you think you play Master Chief for the entire Halo 3 single-player game? Or
I hope so.
God, I hope so.
I don't know though.
I mean, I'm not saying I think so.
Right.
I just hope so. If anyone Bungie is watching, so
well, hopefully we'll find out something about Halo 3 because I think anything Bungie shows about Halo, they're so secretive. Major Nelson was here, who's the Xbox blogger. He was saying Bungie doesn't even do a dry run or a rehearsal of what they're showing. They don't want any leaks at all.
But that's sort of part of the fun is because we get to sit here and speculate. Everyone gets very excited, and then they actually play the game, and the whole thing is a complete surprise for 5 minutes until there's a walkthrough online.
Exactly. If they told us everything, what would we do during the day when we weren't playing games? We have nothing to talk about.
We have nothing to talk about. What's going to happen?
Now, the other big question is Grand Theft Auto 4. Right. Now, what's happening with that? Now, Peter Moore with his tattoo last year. The big announcement last year was that Grand Theft Auto 4 was coming to the Xbox 360, normally a PlayStation exclusive. We know it's coming day and date to PS3 and Xbox 360, but Peter Moore has talked about the idea that the Xbox 360 will have downloadable content, downloadable episodes, I think coming early next year, but exclusively to the Xbox 360.
Microsoft is really tying themselves to this. I remember when the PS3 launched, if you went into a Best Buy, they had a lot of display cases with Xbox 360 dummy boxes for Grand Theft Auto 4. Just to remind you, you don't need Sony to play this game.
So do you think we see a Grand Theft Auto 4 live demo, Morgan? Do you think so?
Ooh, that would be awesome. I feel like that's a little bit too much to hope for. Maybe
you think Bungie's secretive.
Rockstar doesn't like to play ball, that's for sure.
I don't think they have a ball.
The trailers do look good, though, and I think at least there'll be a mention from Peter Moore about that.
Maybe we'll see some actual, somebody actually playing behind the scenes or something like that.
The show is about to begin. They've turned down the music here, so I guess we're getting close to the Xbox 360 briefing here. Peter Moore on stage. Supposed to run about 75 minutes, they're saying. Lots
so
of
we're going to go away right
stuff.
now. So when you come back, you're going to see it all happen.
Don't tune out.
Oh, I guess we're not going anywhere. That's what happens when you play Crystal Method at decibels that are unbearable to the human ear.
Now, Peter Moore is going to come out. I mentioned that we're expecting a lot of big demos tonight. I've heard that Halo 3 is probably going to close the show. I'm also expecting to see a live demo of Assassin's Creed. I think we're going to see Call of Duty 4 up there. Rock Band, I think we're going to probably see up there. And, I think there are going to be a lot of videos as well, because there's a lot of great games.
I think that's our message.
We actually have tons of these media briefings. This isn't the only one. We're also, of course, doing the media briefing from Nintendo. We're doing the Sony media briefing. And then, of course, tomorrow, I'm also doing Activision. I'm doing EA. And we're talking about, we're talking to Midway. So we're going to, we're going to see a lot of great.
Now it's time for the press conference. Exclusive here on G4. Enjoy the show.
E307 starts now.
Here we go.
Sorry about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 5 Halo fans from Libertyville, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Peter Moore.
Let's give it up for Corporeal, Hannah, Dave, Rob, Dave, and Marty. Excellent work. Great stuff, guys. Well done. Corporeal is made up of 5 talented teenagers from Libertyville in Illinois whose love for Halo led them here tonight. When they heard the music of Halo, they heard rock. And when we saw them on the internet, we just had to share their passion with you. Thanks again, Corporeal. Thank you, guys. Well done. These fans represent the millions of passionate Halo fans worldwide who will be playing Halo 3 in just 11 weeks from tonight. Welcome to the new E3. A few things are different about this year's show. First, clearly, we're outdoors in Santa Monica. We're also broadcasting live on television. For all of you watching from home, we wish you were here with us, but we're excited to bring this show home to you for the first time ever. And here's yet another first. This will be the first E3 briefing in which every demo, in which every game you will be seeing will be coming this year. It's a lineup that's packed with the biggest blockbusters and the most exclusives. In fact, when you leave here tonight, I think you'll agree with me. This is the greatest holiday lineup in video game history. So sit back and have fun. We have all the games you want to play right here, right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Harmonix.
Thank you, sweetie. All right. Never been afraid of making a fool of myself. Here we go. It's Greg, that's Alex, and this is Helen. This is Harmonix, and this is Rock Band. Thank you. Let's pump it up to 11. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's me. Lefty flip. Good?
Wait.
There we go.
Wait.
Bring it back up.
There you go.
Got it! This is my main event.
Media coverage after the break. There's more live Microsoft media coverage after the break. Welcome back to the live Microsoft media event where they just unveiled Mass Effect.
Looks great. Looks fabulous. This evening, I'm delighted to announce that Mass Effect will be on retail shelves this November. Led by titles like Mass Effect, Xbox 360 is driving growth across the entire ecosystem of interactive entertainment. Now, this growth is measured certainly by hardware sales, but more importantly, this growth is measured by total consumer spend across the entire video game category at retail. It's these economics that are lifting our industry towards a landmark achievement. This year, people will spend more money on games than they will on music. Now, what's driving this growth? Many people think of console sales. So let's take a look at the hardware numbers. According to industry tracker NPD, Xbox 360 has the largest install base of this generation, with 5.6 million units here in the US. Now let's take a look at the Xbox 360 momentum since the other two consoles launched. Well, you can see we're in a tight race with the Wii and outselling PlayStation 3 by nearly 2-1. But when we think about the health of the industry, we think about a lot more than just hardware. Of course, we think about games. And right now, Xbox 360 is selling more games than anyone else. In fact, since the launch of the Wii and the PS3 in November, Xbox 360 has sold more games at retail than both of these consoles combined. So how does this play for our third-party partners? Well, 2/3 of all next-generation third-party games are sold on the Xbox 360. Every month, our third-party partners check the game's bestseller list across all consoles. And since November, Xbox 360 third-party games have cracked the top 10 list 18 times. If you're wondering what the numbers look like on the next-gen platforms, here they are. 0 and 0, for those Brits in the audience, respectively. So what's this all add up to? Since November, consumers have spent $2.4 billion at retail on Xbox 360 hardware, software, and accessories. This is as much as our competitors combined. Said another way, half of all consumer spending in this generation is on Xbox 360. Now, as these numbers attest, together with our partners, Xbox 360 is driving the industry. And this holiday, we're shifting into a higher gear. So guess what games ranked as the top 5 bestsellers of the last generation? I'll give you a hint. These 5 games came from just 2 franchises, and I've got them both tattooed on my arms. They are, honest I do, they are the top 5 best-selling games of the last generation. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto 3, Halo 2, and of course, the original Halo. There's a fan. Somebody from Bungie in the house, clearly. Not only did these franchises define the generation, but they powered the greatest holiday on record. We went back through the history books, and one holiday stands tall above all others. And that, of course, was holiday 2004. And what were the top 3 selling games that year? Here they are. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Madden NFL 05, and of course, Halo 2. That perfect storm of gaming combined to sell more than 11 million units during the 4th quarter of 2004. Now, 3 years later, this same perfect storm will touch time just in time for holiday. But this time, the only platform on which you can play all 3 franchises, Grand Theft Auto, Madden, and Halo, is, of course, Xbox 360. As IGN Entertainment announced Monday, these 3 franchises have the potential to drive 1/3 of all new game sales in the second half of this year. These three franchises will drive our industry to record growth and form the foundation of the Xbox 360 holiday lineup. With these and all the other games coming this year, you'll understand why this holiday will be unlike anything that's come before it. Now let's take a look at some of the other games that will build upon this foundation and help to drive the industry forward.
I'll find some way to take him down.
Please welcome Microsoft Corporate Vice President for Global Marketing, Jeff Bell.
Good evening, everyone. Peter has shown you how Xbox 360 has what you want right here and right now. Tonight, I'm here to show you why Xbox 360 is the destination for every member of the family, with new content on Xbox Live and great games for all kinds of audiences. One of these games is a fun new title we're introducing tonight. It's based on the award-winning board game that sold over 10 million copies worldwide. It's Seen It, and it's making its console debut exclusively on Xbox 360. Our version of Seen It will be brand new, built from the ground up to be fully interactive. It also comes loaded with new trivia questions, puzzle challenges, and movie clips.
There's more live Microsoft Media event coming up right after the break.
This game will also come with a new controller. It's the first controller that we've designed for everyone, young and old, newcomer or veteran gamer. When you see the answer on the screen, all you've got to do is hit the big button.
Microsoft's media event.
We're bringing the best of entertainment world to the Xbox 360. From family games to TV shows to the wide world of sports. 3 years ago at E3, our partner Electronic Arts announced their commitment to Xbox Live. This historic announcement brought games like Madden, FIFA, and NASCAR to the Xbox Live for the very first time. Then, when we launched Xbox 360, EA brought sports games to life in high definition for the first time ever. Tonight, I'm proud to announce that this incredible 2008 lineup of EA Sports titles for Xbox 360 will run at twice the speed, twice as smooth as last season's game. That's right, twice as fast. And it all starts this next week with the launch of NCAA Football 08. And in sports, speed is everything. And who would know better than Heisman Trophy winner and NFL star running back from the New Orleans Saints, Reggie Bush.
There you go. All right, Jeff.
All right, man.
Finish where we started backstage. As you know, I'm very excited about Xbox 360, this year's version, in Madden 2008. So how about we give them a little preview of
Why don't we show them that this game's got game like we started backstage, huh?
All right now, Jeff.
Well, see, this thing has incredible visuals, incredible speed, man. Almost as fast as you, but I don't know.
Man, I do this for a living. That's all we do.
All right, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take the D, and maybe you should play O.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's get it on. Okay, I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look at what play you're taking.
I'm picking up my controller now.
I'm not looking at what you're playing.
I know how you Microsoft guys do. You try to cheat.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Okay. Okay, we'll see what you got. Here we go. I played you backstage, remember?
Here to hope Bill Gates ain't here to watch this.
Bush gets the call.
Let's go. Oh, here we go.
Russell makes the tackle.
All right.
All right. We're going to bring it back. We're going to bring it back.
That's all I'm saying.
We're going to bring it back. Let's go. We're going to bring it back.
Third and 4 now, though.
3rd and 4.
You might be passing that ball over to Drew Brees. What do you think? Maybe a passing play. I'm going to hold off on the D now. I'm holding off on the...
Let's go.
Don't look at what I'm doing. Pass or run. Pass or run. Pass or run. Pass or run.
Jeff.
What's it going to be? What's it going to be?
You going to pick a play today or what?
All right, here we go.
4 to go.
Here we go.
This is the 8th play of the drive.
3rd and 4. 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Stop you once. I know you're going to pass. You're not going to run it to yourself again.
Let's go.
Again, the handoff.
Oh, we got the outside. Let's go.
First down. Here we go.
Ah, let's go. That's how we do it. That's realistic right there, Jeff. I'm not even watching, Jeff. I'm not even watching, Jeff. I'm not even watching, Jeff. I'm not even watching. That's how we do it.
And you schooled me on that one, brother.
All right, buddy.
You did it. You did it.
I'm going to have to call you out. You got to sleep on the bed tonight for that one, man. That was pretty.
I'm on the couch tonight,
in your
man.
house.
Oh,
man, let's go.
Well, everybody, that's in prime time. Xbox 360, Madden 08, is launching next month. Reggie, thank you for showing us how great it plays, even though you humiliated me. And have a great season this year, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Reggie Bush. Xbox 360 is leading in sports, and we're also leading an online world through Xbox Live. This is the largest community connected to the television. Last year at E3, we said that Xbox Live would grow to 6 million members by now. Today, I'm happy to announce that we've eclipsed the 7 million member mark. Yes. Only about half of them are here tonight. That means that in the last year, we've added a new member every 8 seconds. This community continues to grow. And before next year's E3, we're forecasting that we will cross the 10 million member mark. As many of you know, one of the community's favorite attractions is Xbox Live Arcade. This is also something that is going to continue to grow the community and attract new members. Xbox Live Arcade has fun, pick-up-and-play games like Geometry Wars or Pac-Man World Championship Edition. To date, we've had over 45 million game downloads, everything from arcade games from our youth to the best in new titles. By the end of this year, you're going to have more than 100 games to choose from, including some new additions that I'd like to show you tonight. You're going to get all of these games to play later this year, including 2 that are available to download tonight on Xbox Live Arcade. The original Sonic the Hedgehog and Golden Axe, both from our friends at Sega. I heard a big shout out for Golden Axe. While Arcade is a huge success, the fastest growing area of content on Xbox Live is our video store. Xbox 360 is the only console to offer on-demand movies and TV shows in both standard and high definition. In just 9 months, we've added more than 2,000 hours of entertainment content from 28 networks and studios. With 500 hours of high-definition content, our HD library is more than twice the size of the nearest cable provider. Xbox 360 is leading the way in digital distribution. Xbox Live members have spent more than $125 million on downloadable content since our launch. And it continues to grow, with our largest announcement of new entertainment content to date. Tonight, we're excited to announce an agreement with Disney to bring their huge library of classic hits to Xbox Live. Let's watch.
You are strong! I think the cavalry's here!
This is the key to finding the planets.
I'm an action figure! Why did I risk my life for a selfish brat like you?
Now I feel really bad. Bad llama.
The United States government just asked us to save the world.
My parents are the greatest superheroes on the planet. That's what I call high-quality H2O.
Oh, man, you're James Bond! Shoot somebody!
It seems you are the only survivor of this train wreck.
You are some kind of freaky. You got me straight tripping, boo. This is the greatest party I've ever been to! You think you know what's coming? You don't have a clue.
We do things in this country quietly, with dignity.
You must be really famous.
I am. Bring it on.
Two thumbs way up.
Whoa, this is so much fun, it's freaky.
From Winnie the Pooh to Atlantis to Waterboy, we are offering the best in family entertainment. But here's the best part. Every single movie you just saw will be available to download tonight from Xbox Live, all in high definition. Yeah, but that's just the beginning. All the biggest hits in theaters today from Disney will be coming to the Xbox Live marketplace. This announcement adds to the many partnerships already on Xbox Live. And now we're ready to take this digital show on the road. Starting this fall, we're going to go global with the rollout of high-definition video downloads on Xbox Live. By the end of this year, we'll be lighting up homes in both Canada and Europe. We're committed to bringing Xbox 360 to the world and everything that it has to offer. That's why, on August the 24th, we will launch the wildly popular Xbox 360 Elite in Europe to give customers even more storage and more ways to enjoy their favorite digital content from Xbox Live. You've seen tonight that we're opening up the Xbox 360 experience to more people than ever before. And as always, it starts with great games. Now, I would like to introduce to you my good friend and colleague and the head of Microsoft Game Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vice President, Corporate Officer, Shane Kim.
Thanks, Jeff. Hello, everybody. As Jeff said, everything starts with the games, which is why that, with all due respect to Mr. Gates, I have the best job at Microsoft. Now, Microsoft Game Studios, our mission is simple. Partner with the world's greatest creators to deliver the world's greatest games. This holiday, we'll see new titles from master storytellers like Hironobu Sakaguchi, the creator of Final Fantasy and Blue Dragon, and now Lost Odyssey. The team at BioWare will deliver Mass Effect this November. And beginning September 25th, the folks at Bungie will capture the world's imagination once again with the third chapter in a truly epic story, Halo 3. And when these masterpieces arrive on store shelves, they'll join what's already been a great run of first-party titles on the Xbox 360. In each of the last 2 years, games published by Microsoft Game Studios earned a higher average review score than any other publisher in the industry. The latest title in this great run is Forza Motorsport 2 from our own Turn 10 Studios. Right now, it's the best-selling game on any platform in Europe, and it will sell more than 1 million units worldwide by the end of this month. At Microsoft, we're excited to have a 1-2 punch that's turbocharging the racing genre. The second punch is the best-selling Project Gotham racing series. The last title in this series, PGR 3, was one of our most successful Xbox 360 launch titles. The amazing team at Bizarre Creations is following up this hit with PGR 4, which I'm happy to show you today. Please welcome Brian Woodhouse and Craig Howard to take us through Project Gotham Racing 4.
Hi, everybody. Craig and I are really excited to bring you the next evolution in our critically acclaimed Project Gotham Racing series. Project Gotham Racing 4 continues to revolutionize this leading franchise with many exciting changes to challenge players to race with speed and daring and style. And now, for the first time, bikes will be introduced to PGR 4. We've got all the top manufacturers like Honda, Suzuki, Ducati, and many more. This will be like nothing you've ever raced before. With bikes lining up alongside cars, we're in for some incredible racing. Bikes will also add cool ways to earn kudos, as Craig is now going to demo. So we slide them around the corner. Chasing those cars down in the wet, pulling a wheelie. He's looking behind and gesturing to some other players, and he's back into his slide. But as you all know, PGR is not just about bikes. PGR showcases over 120 of the world's most iconic vehicles from the past and present. From the classic Austin Mini Cooper to today's big hitters like the Dodge Viper and the Ferrari Enzo. And we're sure that everybody will find their favorite. Players will drive through gorgeous cities like St. Petersburg, Macau, and as you can see here
There's
tonight,
more
Shanghai.
live from Microsoft's media event after the break.
Each location will have
Your mom must have Einstein. Meet Dave and Jerry, two video
Exclusive coverage of Microsoft's media event.
Around the world. The next Windows title I'd like to announce tonight is Gears of War. Now, surprise. Now, despite our best efforts, this is clearly news that we've had a hard time keeping secret. Now, Gears of War is headed to Windows this holiday with completely new content, a game editor, and a couple of other very big surprises. So as I leave you tonight, let's welcome to the stage the lead designer of Gears of War, Cliffy B.
How you guys doing? My name's Cliff Blazinski, and last year on stage we showed you Gears of War on Xbox 360, and since then it's been an amazing year. Gears has gone on to become the #1 selling game on the platform, as well as the #1 game on Xbox Live. I'm here today to show you Gears on PC. Now, Gears was celebrated for its integrated co-op experience, and we're bringing that experience to Windows courtesy of Games for Windows Live. I got a little demo up here I'd like to invite my buddy Rod to show off with you. Just give me a second here, I'll fire it up. There's my controller. There we go. I can just call this up, find him online here. Hey, Rod's online. Hey, Rod, play a game with me. There we go. Now that'll take a quick second. Gears of War on PC features 5 new single-player chapters. It features a new multiplayer mode, new multiplayer arenas, as well as new achievements. And after we shipped Gears on PC, we got a lot of feedback from people that they wanted to fight against the Brumac, which was that giant creature that you guys recall from the trailers. Well, now you're going to be able to see that, and I'm going to give you a brief demonstration of that battle right here.
There it is. Now what? Now, this it all. How do we take out the big gun?
Unfortunately, I don't want to spoil how this battle ends, so if you guys want to see how it ends, you're going to have to check out Gears of War on Windows, XP, and Vista this holiday season. Thank you very much.
Great job as always from Cliffy. Gears of War is just one of the premier titles that sets into motion the vision laid out by Bill Gates at last year's E3. It's a vision that connects you to your friends wherever you are, with new fun ways to play games and share experiences, all from a simple, easy-to-use interface that will be consistent across platforms. Tonight, I'm proud to announce the first wave of partners who've signed on to support this vision by adopting games to Windows Live: Sega, Eidos, and THQ. With these new partners, we're on track to deliver more than a dozen live-enabled titles by the end of the year. But that's not all. Today with Epic Games, we're announcing that games to Windows Live support will be built in to Epic's Unreal Engine 3. Now with Epic's commitment, exactly, it's a big deal. We're making it easier for developers to create live titles, bringing the PC and the Xbox 360 even closer together. Now, last year at E3, I talked about the renaissance of PC gaming powered by three things: revitalized marketing, enhanced graphics technology, and the launch of our most game-friendly operating system ever, Windows Vista. Now we're seeing the results. We brought a
Stay with
unified
us.
brand
There's more
presence to
live
than
from Microsoft's media
10,000
event after the
stores
break.
worldwide.
Our exclusive live coverage of Microsoft's media event, where we're taking a look at Call of Duty 4.
We got a man down! We need to take him alive. Один сражен! Give me some cover and fire! Stay close! Let's go!
So if you think that was good, I'd like to invite to the stage Grant Collier and Jason West of Infinity Ward to give you a deeper look at Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Oh, congrats. Go get it. Thanks. Hey, Jason.
Thanks a lot.
All yours. Go ahead.
Gets me excited every time I see it. So, hot off the heels of Call of Duty 2, the Infinity Ward team has been developing Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. We're making a more sophisticated, deeper Call of Duty experience. Variety is the next big thing for us. We're going deep and we're going hard. So, the next thing that we're going to be showing you guys, is going to be by project lead of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Jason West. Take it away, Jason.
There's too much radiation. We'll have to go around. Follow me and keep low. Careful. There's pockets of radiation all over this area. If you absorb too much, you're a dead man. Stand by. Contact. Enemy patrol dead ahead. Stay low and move slowly. Will be impossible to spot in our ghillie suits. Take one out when the other's not looking. He's down. Good night. out. There's more cover if we go around. Four Tango's inside. Don't even think about it. Wait there, Tango by the car. Take him out quietly, or just let them pass. Your call. Okay, go.
Где человек сражен?
Stay hidden. Move up. Move up. The coast is clear. You hear that? Enemy helicopter, get down! Stay in the shadows. Let's go. Down now! Easy, lad. There's too many of them. Let them go. Keep a low profile and hold your fire. Try to anticipate their paths. If you have to maneuver, do it slow and steady. No quick movements.
All right, if you guys thought that was good, we've got a really exciting announcement tonight. Exclusive to Xbox 360, we're going to be bringing out an online multiplayer beta. So we need everyone to go out and check charlieoscardelta.com for more details. Thank you very much.
Great stuff, guys. Jason, nice work. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Right, well done. Thanks, guys. Thank Carly and Jason Westman for the award. Thank you. I'm more impressed they can get Sean Connery for voice talent in these games nowadays. It's incredible. Moving from one great franchise to another, let's talk about one that never fails to take full advantage of the power of our platform, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. This holiday, Ubisoft Montreal will deliver the next installment of this top franchise, Splinter Cell Conviction. Sam Fisher is back, but this time there's only one place he's going, and that is to Xbox 360. Now let's turn our attention to the next installment of one of the most popular, most groundbreaking franchises of all time. I'm referring, of course, to Grand Theft Auto 4. We've already caught a glimpse of this title through the second trailer released by Rockstar Games. Many of you have seen this before, but I bet you've never seen it on a screen this big, and I bet you didn't know that the real-time footage for each of the first two trailers were captured from an Xbox 360.
You're looking for some people. We're all looking for that special someone. I need to know what happened. Give me that. For 10 years, I've been searching. I need this for you. A guarantee that you will find this man.
Please, no more killing.
Don't do anything stupid, cousin. We have to find him.
Fine, you got it. You want my word? You got my word.
Through the comic.
I'm the one who who survived.
Get this done, and we'll talk.
Grand Theft Auto 4 hits the shelves on October the 16th in North America, on October the 19th across Europe. But where the GTA 4 experience stops on other platforms, it continues on Xbox 360. 2 new exclusive episodes will be released by the spring of 2008, providing hours of entirely new gameplay for Xbox 360 owners. This will make Xbox 360 the only console where you can get the complete Grand Theft Auto 4 experience. Now let's turn our attention away from Liberty City and towards Tokyo. In addition to having great Western support, we're also partnering with Japanese publishers to deliver great content to the world. This generation, all major publishers in Japan have announced support for Xbox 360, with some delivering exclusive experiences. Xbox 360 will be the only place where you can play Sega's Virtua Fighter 5 with your friends online this generation. And this year, Namco Bandai will deliver 2 exclusive titles for Xbox 360, Ace Combat 6 and Eternal Sonata. And in March, that we announced that Devil May Cry 4 is coming to Xbox for the very first time. This commitment from Japanese publishers is so powerful that we decided to make an exception to tonight's holiday-only rule to show you the next installment of yet another franchise that will be appearing on Xbox for the first time. What you're about to see is the only game that won't launch this year, but it is in-game footage from Xbox 360. Let's take a look. You'll be able to see more of Resident Evil 5 on July the 26th, when you can download the full version of this trailer on Xbox Live Marketplace. Thank you, Capcom. Our blockbusters continue with a title that was crowned the best action-adventure game at E3 last year, Assassin's Creed, from our partners at Ubisoft Montreal. Please welcome to the stage Jade Raymond and Patrice Dessier. Hi, Jade.
Hey, Peter.
Hi, go get him.
Hi, everyone. This is unbelievable. The team's been waiting a long time to show you what we've been working on, and tonight we get to play Assassin's Creed for you on this gigantic screen. For those of you who haven't heard of Assassin's Creed, it's the brand new franchise being developed at the Ubisoft Montreal studio. What you see here is a city that we haven't shown yet, that some of you may recognize. It's Jerusalem, based on the historic documents from the period where this game takes place, the Third Crusade. Now, everything that you see in the distance is interactive. Every building you see, you can actually pick your own path, climb anywhere, and make your way to it. Right now, our objective is to take out Talal, a slave trader, who's located right behind us. So we're gonna jump down. Okay, luckily no one saw that. We're gonna jump down and make our way through the crowd. And crowd, as some of you may know, is one of the big focuses for Assassin's Creed. What Patrice is doing here, bumping into people, carrying jars, is probably not a good idea. It's better to gently push them out of the way, especially if there are soldiers around. And you can see here there's this beggar who's also a different gameplay element. Well, Patrice decided to get rid of her rather quickly. But she gets in your way and will slow you down. So part of your objective as an assassin isn't only getting to know the city, but also getting to know the people, because all of the crowd can either help or hinder you in your mission.
To say? Hey, you know what you want. What is it?
So clearly these guys are protecting the pass. So we're going to have to find another way into Talal's warehouse. Last year we showed you the monks over there. That's one way to get by protected areas, but we're going to show you a different trick tonight. That guard standing over there is going to be a good way to create a diversion and distract the guards below. If you can see, that dead body is drawing their attention, and we're going to use this time to swing by here. And now we're almost at Talal's warehouse. All right. The door closed. That's not a good sign.
Help me! Save me!
Okay, this is a trap. I was trying to tell him that.
Now I stand before you. What is it you desire?
Come down here. Let us settle this with honor.
Why must it always come to violence? It seems I cannot help you, Assassin, for you do not wish to help yourself. And I cannot allow my work to be threatened. You leave me no choice. You must die.
So now, since we're cornered, it's a good time to show off the fight.
This will teach you not to trespass. No more delays. Be done with him.
That was a very skillfully landed counterattack. Our fight system is very realistic. It's based on well-timed combos, like that one, and counterattacks, where you use the enemy's attack animation to time your counter. You can also use the environment. And there's 4 different weapons to choose from. Patrice just changed to a short sword, which also comes with throwing knives, which are your long-range weapon. Awesome.
Get away from me!
Keep him away from me!
Okay, Talal finally decided it's time to get out of there. This is going to give us a good opportunity to show off our chase AI. We've made Talal have his own personality in the chase, and no 2 chases will be the same. Basically, he's a cocky guy, he's overconfident, he set this trap for you. If you get far behind, he's going to stop and wait for you and taunt you. If you get close up, he's going to throw objects in your way, he's going to change his path. He'll even throw some of the people in your path like that, anything to slow you down, so no 2 chases are the same. And now that you can see, the crowd becomes a dynamic obstacle. Okay, Patrice has gone up here to try and do something that Talal can't do, which is free running, to try and use that time away from the crowd to catch up with him. Okay, almost got him. Awesome. That's all we have time for tonight. But if you enjoyed that, then you'll be able to experience this very soon when Assassin's Creed hits store shelves this November 2007. Thank you.
Great work. Patrice, well done. Thank you. Great kill at the end. Jay, always pleasure. Thank you. Take care. Thanks, you guys. Great stuff. Thank you very much. Now, each generation brings with it a select few stories that are so captivating and so groundbreaking that they not only become instant classics, but they also revolutionize entertainment. For many of us, that story was Star Wars. This was a movie that in 1977 truly changed the game with a mix of characters, conflicts, and special effects that's often mimicked, but never equaled. 30 years later, a new generation is claiming a new story and a new hero. At the beginning of the show, you saw on full display the passion and the community that surrounds Halo, and what happens when 5 talented musicians immerse themselves in this wonderful story. I've got a similar experience to share with you now, coming from some of the most creative minds in entertainment. So we're very pleased this evening to present a unique creative cooperation between Bungie Studios, Weta down in New Zealand, and director Neil Blomkamp. Halo is an epic work of gaming fiction, but this live-action short offers a brief glimpse into the world of Halo 3 and a chance to believe. Yeah. I talked earlier about the perfect storm of huge franchises coming to Xbox 360. Right now, the team at Bungie is hard at work on the 3rd chapter of the Halo trilogy that sold nearly 15 million units, and with gamers around the world logging almost 1 billion hours on Xbox Live. Beginning on September the 25th, Halo 3 will record the biggest launch in entertainment history. To celebrate this launch, we're announcing a new console for Halo Nation. Here it is. The Halo 3 Special Edition console launches worldwide in September, along with a lineup of Halo 3 themed accessories. By the end of the year, thank you. The fact that I could hold it with one hand was impressive enough. By the end of the year, Halo will be $1 billion franchise and become one of this generation's most timeless stories. So there you have it, the greatest holiday lineup in video game history. It's a holiday lineup from the console that's driving the video game industry, with the incredible support of our partners. It's a lineup that invites everyone to play. Tonight, we let the games talk. Look at our list of blockbuster holiday exclusives, like Halo 3, Mass Effect, PGR4, Ace Combat 6, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, Splinter Cell Conviction, and BioShock. And this holiday will expand our reach and appeal with more family exclusives than we've offered before, like Viva Pinata Party Animals, Naruto, Rise of a Ninja, Eternal Sonata, and Seen It. We have some of the biggest titles from our partners, including Grand Theft Auto 4, Pro Evo Soccer, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty 4, Virtua Fighter 5, and the entire lineup of EA Sports games. And we're adding even more family and social blockbusters like Rock Band, Dance Dance Revolution Universe 2, The Simpsons, and Beautiful Katamari. Our cards are on the table. This is who we are and what we will deliver to you this holiday. Thank you all for coming. It's been a pleasure to kick off E3, and I wish you all a wonderful week. But before we go, let's make sure we finish the fight.
Cowering in the dirt, thinking what? That you might escape the coming fire? Until its surface is but glass.
Enjoying this?
And 27, these mild-mannered reporters will don their spandex and face an army of celebrities and legions of fanatics in bed.
All right, guys, well, there you go. That was the Microsoft E3 2007 briefing.
That was amazing.
It was okay. I gotta say, I was very focused on 2007. That's part of the thing.
You know what?
It's not a lot of the future.
They play Halo, and I'm a little bit of a sucker.
I'll be honest with you, we're going to see the end of the Halo trailer now, but I was a little underwhelmed. I was expecting a live demo of Halo 3. And
a demo would have been good. I think longer shots that focus more on gameplay, but I do feel that when I go back and look at that, I will definitely see the differences. But I have to say, next to Call of Duty 4 and Assassin's Creed, those two games look incredible.
We'll see about it. I mean, obviously, you know, I think we saw the Arbiter there. We saw a lot of interesting characters. I mean, some interesting maneuvers. But graphically, I didn't think it was that much better than what we saw in the multiplayer. It looks like a
I definitely think it looked more. And also, when you take into account the Horizon, I think the problem was that wasn't the best way to demonstrate it. But nonetheless,
hopefully it'll be playable. Now, Morgan, what was the biggest surprise for you? Resident Evil? That was a pretty big surprise,
Resident Evil came out of nowhere. I was not expecting that, and at first I was like, no, it can't be. No, oh, they went there, and the guy's bleeding out of his eyes. Now that's good video gaming right there.
It was a good team.
Of course, I think the two of us were also thinking, oh, hold on, is it Metal Gear Solid time? Do we finally find out? No, that mystery is still yet to be resolved.
You know, there was no Peter Moore tattoo. Resident Evil was cool, but otherwise it was very much what we expected. Not a lot of surprises.
I think, you know, we got spoiled from all the years of new hardware and everything like that, and he pulls out the new console, and I'm like, it's the same, but it's gray.
But it's important.
People saw that it was
it is important that they did succeed at what they're trying to say. There are a lot of games available for the Xbox 360. Some exclusive, some that aren't exclusive with an exclusive element to them, and some that are just going to look good on the system.
Do you think, did they make a strategic mistake by focusing just on holiday 2007 and not talking about this, you know, the Alan Wakes, the Two Humans, all the stuff, you know, down the road?
I think a shot of Fable 2, something that would give you a more in-depth look at something in the future would have actually helped them a little
bit.
We've
seen a lot. We've seen a lot of Fable 2. We know what that's coming. I think it makes sense for them to focus on the holiday season, especially since they're trying to reach a little bit more of a consumer market. People are watching this broadcast. They're going to remember the games. They're like, note to self, must purchase that for holiday season.
It's a worthwhile purchase.
Yeah.
But here's one thing, especially now that they've confirmed that Lost Odyssey is going to be this year.
Yeah, that's...
Are you guys planning to go to work in November? Because I'm not. You know, anyone out there can take my job in November. I'm game
too. I mean, lots of great games here. Also, no response to the Sony price drop. People were speculating that Microsoft dropped the price.
Microsoft, I think, basically came out of the box saying we don't have to respond to the price drop because of our sales numbers, because of our install base, because of the games we've got coming out.
And
Too
I
bad
think,
for you guys.
like Sony, price drops and warranty extensions don't look like a strong position at a press
So
conference.
what's the headline
or
out of
media
this briefing? I mean, like, what do you think the headline? Just, you know, they showed Halo, Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5 to me was the big news, I think.
And we saw what, like 30 seconds of that? How much was that?
Yeah, it was
I think at the end of the day, and this is going to be true for the other two media briefings we're going to see, a reaffirmation that yes, there are some games coming this year. That's right. Hold on, it's on its way.
You know, there wasn't one CG trailer or anything like that. It was all real gameplay. That was sort of refreshing.
Yeah, that was a little refreshing. We saw a lot of hogwash.
No, I would say Call of Duty 4. I mean, 2-3 years ago, you showed that to me. I wouldn't have believed that was actually possible.
That looks as good as the Killzone video did on PlayStation 3 a few years ago. I gotta say, the live demo they did, I thought was okay, but I've seen even better levels for Call of Duty 4, which hopefully we'll see at E3. There's one on a tanker with water coming out. I mean, it's phenomenal.
Well, we are having an exclusive demo of that in one of our shows. I believe that's actually going to happen tomorrow, if not Thursday. So
and we've also got Peter Moore. He's going to be coming up here a little later tomorrow in the live show at 6 o'clock. I'll be talking to him, asking him the tough questions. So what do you think we should ask Peter Moore about here? What do you think?
I think you should ask Peter Moore when his album's coming out. I want to see someone do something that says Moore comes alive. Put his head on Frampton. I think it'd be awesome. Now,
you should ask him to see his tattoo.
Now, speaking of that, we're going to head back to Christian Holt to finally get our poll results.
Thanks, guys. The question we asked you earlier on the show was, how many times have you had your 360 repaired? Here's the results. 20% of you said 1 time, 10% of you said 2 times, 16.5% of you said 3 times or more, and 53% of you said never. And coming up tomorrow at noon Eastern, the spotlight is on Nintendo as we go live in an unprecedented event from the Nintendo press conference. You'll be the first to see all of Nintendo's hottest unveilings. Then right after that, we will hit the Sony live press conference at 2 p.m. And make sure to stick around for the rest of the week's E3 coverage as we hit the E3 floor with live updates of all the gaming news and unexpected releases tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And don't miss Thursday and Friday at 6 p.m. as well, because we're going to continue to bring you up-to-the-minute news on everything in the gaming universe. Be sure to check out g4tv.com/E3 for additional exclusive E3 coverage, behind-the-scenes photo galleries, and interviews with our E307 live hosts. Plug in and watch. That's all from here. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kristen. Now,
Kristen.
this was just the first press conference. We have so much more press conference coverage.
Yes.
Media briefings.
We got to head to there's a Killzone event, so he's going to set up Killzone for the PS3. I'll see that tonight. And then bright and early tomorrow, it starts with the Nintendo briefing at noon Eastern.
Yes, and then we're going to head on to Sony. So, yes, get ready. There's even more coming tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. I think we're going to part from you guys now.
Yes.
That's right.
Here's our E3 preview coverage already in progress.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.